Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody. Meeting again on the Thursday. Thursday evening is very special for me because I can share many things with you. The things which I have learned, I want to share. And definitely it is a pleasure to be with all of you. So today we're going to learn something again, something which is very special. My suggestion is to all of you, don't keep your videos on. So picture, it gets disturbed because of it. So my suggestion to all of you, please try to keep your videos off so that you will clearly watch me. Okay. So very good evening to everybody, and we'll start with today's session. A warm welcome to all of you, all the practitioners, the students of different colleges, different years, and some interns are there, some new practitioners are there, and some senior practitioners are also there. So very warm welcome from the Divine School of Homoeopathy to all of you. Today I have chosen something different, the understanding of the mental state rubrics from the Kent's Repertory. Many of students wants this, that sir, how to go into the emotional state, or how to understand mind, how to take the mental rubrics, and what is important and what is not important, all those things we have to learn. And that's why today I have chosen this, and I will going to share only one rubric, how we can consider all those things over there. So basically, already we have learned that whenever we have to understand the disease, there are two factors which we have to take into consideration. We don't have to understand disease, but we have to understand diseased human being. And how that disease has developed in that human being, we are interested, that is from what is the cause, the dynamic cause, the elements from. And then this cause might be the same, but how it reflects, how it produces its own effects. So in last seminar also I have discussed that cause and effects gives you right remedies, right simile. When you deal with the help of a mind, with the help of mental state, this is one important thing where you have to concentrate. You have to understand the human mind. And those gives you a right aspect towards the remedy. And that's why we need to learn. We're going to learn all those things. The state of disposition, already you know that this is the unique thing Hahnemann have explained in different aphorisms, that when you deal with the patient, you have to understand the state of disposition and mind or mind. So two important things. The mind is expressing through the state of disposition. And if you are able to catch that, then you are able to catch right remedy for the patient. So in the aphorism number 88, he has mentioned same thing, as well as in 208 aphorism, he mentions same, that state of disposition and mind must be attended to. These are the things which guides you to find it out exact individuality of that human being. And that reflects in the reaction of the human being. Cause remains the same. The reaction depends upon the state of his disposition. And that's why in 211 aphorism, he says, this holds good to such an extent that the state of disposition of the patient often chiefly determines the selection of the homeopathic remedy, as being decidedly characteristic symptoms which can least of all remain concealed from the accurately observing physician. We have to concentrate on this aspect. We have to understand this core, this state of disposition, and how it reflects, how one expresses. The state of disposition is nothing but it is the tendency of the human mind, how he reacts. Manacha kal, swabhav, pravrutti, manorachna. This is the disposition. How it gets expressed, how that man gets expressed is the state of disposition. So today I will going to share a simple example, very simple example, but that gives you a different aspect of looking towards the rubric. Simple case, that's all. It is a common presentation you can get in everyone's practice. Young male or female disturbed patient is brought to you with severe itchy skin rash developed all over the body as a drug reaction to some allopathic medicine consumed for some other cause. Finished. Patient comes to you in this state. This is common presentation. So patient enters in your clinic with this specific symptom, and there is a lot of itching and whole body suffering from the rash, and it looks dirty, and the person is continuously scratching. All those things happen. This is the case. That's all. Just think over it, that how you look towards the things. So what will be the patient's feeling? What may be the uncommon feeling and what may be the common feeling? So this is, if you are able to understand the situation properly, then you will understand what may be the rubric which you are going to think about that patient, and what will be the patient's reaction. That also you are going to think about it. You have to make a play between the rubrics. Today I will going to show how one can make a play between the different rubrics. And once you get that thought of playing with the rubrics, then you will understand different states of the human life. So see, simple example, patient comes to you with this scratching all over the body, and he's suffering because of drug reaction which has happened because of the allopathic prescription. So what is the uncommon feeling? We'll first think uncommon and then we'll turn towards the common. So uncommon feeling is, or the reaction is, in a mild tone, patient says, it's okay, doctor. This can happen with anyone. We have to accept it by any means and treat it. See, the patient who is suffering from severe itching, scratching whole body, there is a dryness, there is a burning, and patient talks in such a sense. See, the cause is same. Here the cause is, he is suffering from all over body, the eruptions because of allopathic medicines. But the reaction is individualistic. The patient is mild. Patient is in a mild tone says, it's okay, doctor. This can happen with anybody. We have to accept it by any means and treat it. That's all. He's talking in such a smooth, in a mild tone. So you have to think what may be the cause and what may be the reaction. Here the reaction matters. Cause is same. Here the reaction, you will find it out, the individuality of that individual with which you can understand the remedy. Tone of his voice is mild. So first rubric, you have to consider the mildness of the individual, because that is very specific. That is what it's expressing out. So first important thing is that mildness, and second is recognize everything but cannot move. He recognizes everything. He is suffering from such a thing, but accepts the thing. He accepts it's okay. It can happen with anyone. Only remedy which covers both the rubrics is the cocculus. The state of the person is the cocculus state at that time. But this is uncommon. This is uncommon. This is not so common. Whenever, just a minute, there is one thing that voice nahi aa raha hai. Just a minute, I'll check the thing. Is it clear now? Voice? Okay. So, are you getting my voice?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes.
Continue. Can hear you, sir.
Yes, okay. So, see, the two important features are there. The tone of the person indicates the patient. At the same time, he accepts the reality. Even though he is suffering from another spoil, he is accepting this can happen. This is the cocculus. This is how cocculus accepts. Cocculus accepts. If he is having the cancer, he accepts. Doctor, it's okay. Now I know what is the fate. I accepts it. And he remains lies with eyes closed. That is what is cocculus is there. But this is not a common state. This is an uncommon state. Common is something. What is the common feeling? If you are suffering because of some drug reaction happens with anyone's fault, how will you react? In what way you will going to react? What is the most common thing? You're going to react with only one thing. A patient will clarify that in his life he himself has done nothing wrong, which could lead to such a bad effects on his body. What he or she has suffered is only due to the wrong done by other. It leaves a bitter feeling inside the person who has suffered due to the another's fault. The feeling is that he has to pay penalty for the other's fault. See, here he is suffering because fault is not his own. It is because of the another's fault he has suffered, because of which he has suffered. And that's why the reaction is only one, that is the anger. So the feeling of the person is delusion wrong has suffered. This is the rubric which you have to take into consideration. Because he is suffering wrongly because of some another person's fault, and because of which he is getting affected. This is the common feeling which happens over there. Let us see which are the remedies in Kent's repertory. There are 4 remedies mentioned in Kent's repertory: the hyoscyamus, 3 marks; lachesis, 1 mark; lysine, 2 marks; and nausea for a single mark. What do you mean by exactly the delusion wrong has suffered? A patient gets feeling or starts believing that he has undergone an unpleasant or painful experience. He endured the injury. He is at the disadvantage due to the improper or inaccurate handling of the things in his life, and he blames others that because of whom he is getting affected. So we have to understand the feel of this rubric. So let us understand what is the feel of this rubric. Delusion wrong has suffered. What wrong can go? Treatment can be wrong. Given some bad food might be wrong. Bad direction is wrong. Bad advice is wrong. Diagnosis, if it is wrong done by someone, he suffers. Medicine wrong, he suffers. Judgments suffers. Not being properly taken care of is again a wrong. Neglected by others is a wrong. See, these are very important things because of which, because of the other's fault, the person suffers. When the delusion wrong has suffered, rubric comes. So this is one must understand. And then there is a little bit difference between wrong suffered and superstitious concept. First understand, if patient says my problem had started after I ate spicy food, the thought is superstitious. Here the cause of his problem is food which he ate. If the patient says, yesterday in the party, I ate dish which was very delicious, but it was cooked very spicy, due to which my abdomen got affected. This is wrong as suffered. Here it is cooking whom he is blaming and not the food. So see, the understanding is very important when you are considering the different states of the human mind. So exactly what is superstitious and what is wrong as suffered, we have to compare, we have to understand. So difference between the superstitious and wrong suffered. Superstitious is a belief or feeling, and wrong is an act. This is the difference between these two. Now let us understand feeling of the person who has to suffer wrong. A person who has suffered wrong, how he will react, what he will going to say, and what he will going to do. These are 3 important things which matters a lot. So let us first understand the feeling. What could be the initial feeling, action a person will show or do? The simple action is you get angry, because this is the only thing, because you are suffering because of someone's fault. You become angry. But if you open the anger rubric in your repertory, there are many, many, many remedies. But anger has individuality. Anger has different expressions. And we have to understand how these expresses. So we'll take into consideration what are the different expressions of anger. The simple anger, which commonly you can get in females, very commonly, they talk in such a sense, cursing, swearing. That is the simple way of showing the anger. Then a little bit strong anger is hatred feeling. Then if it goes beyond that, they go thinking of revenge, taking the revenge. That is more stronger anger. Then someone become violent and vehement. That is the more stronger anger. Again, he is going up and up. The more stronger than is the abusive and insulting. You'll consider why abusive and insulting is more stronger than the violence. Abusive and insulting is a thing which affects the human mind and inner core. Once it has happened, you cannot change. Violence, vehemence, you can be related with the certain things where you can change. But once the words are coming out, they affects human mind more. That is more stronger way of expressing anger. And most strong is the rage and fury, where a person forgets himself what he is doing or he is in a state of insanity. So these are different shades of anger. So everyone will react in a different manner to the delusion wrong has suffered. The cause is delusion wrong has suffered, but reaction is varies from individual to individual. We have to understand these 6 rubrics in relation with the delusion wrong has suffered. For example, expression of curse are that doctor was not good. I don't like my parents, they have no time for me. Whenever I get pain, I use vulgar language for the doctor. मला खात्री आहे त्याला हे पैसे पचायचेच नाही. These are different ways with which patient talks, curses. That is the expression of curse. Expressions of hate are I don't want to see, face, talk, or visit that person or doctor again. I can't tolerate even if someone mentions his name in front of me. That is hate developed inside. It is little bit more stronger. काही झालं तरी मी त्या डॉक्टरकडे पुन्हा जाणार नाही, त्याचं तोंड पाहायची पण माझी इच्छा नाही. That has been hate which has developed a stronger shade of anger. The third expression is the revenge. If you ask my feelings, then I will tell you, I wish to kill that person. I wish to drag him to the court. I wish that I should give him the same medicine so that he can feel the suffering I have been facing since so many years. Khunnas, sood, badla lene. This is typical of the revenge. More stronger is the violence. I will use physical force so as to injure, damage, or destroy. Extreme roughness of action. I will react with an intense, often devastatingly or explosively powerful force or energy as a volcano. आपल्या नादी जर कोणी लागलं ना आपण त्याचा एकदम राडाच करून टाकतो. This is the language. The language goes, violence goes up. The anger goes more and more up. Then the next one is the abusiveness. I never know which language I'm using at that time. Mostly abusing, mistreating, coerce, insulting, harshly scolding. I'm not in a position to control my words. I don't understand what I am saying. आपण समोर कोण येते पाहत नाही, मग आपण आणतो वाटल त्या नाही नाही त्या शिवाय येतात आपल्या तोंडात. आपण काय भीतो की काय कोणाच्या फुली. This is very important. This is what the expression of abusive are. This is the abusiveness. And this abusiveness, the vulgar language comes over there. And that's why it is more than violence. And last is the rage. I'm absolutely mad. No one dared to touch or tell me at that time. I can do anything, which myself also don't know. I can do murder also. I beat them so badly that he may die. आपला रागच खूप डेंजर आहे. मला समजतच नाही मी काय करतोय. आपल्या डोक्यात एकदा का भूत सवार झालं ना डॉक्टर, बस कोणाची हिंमत नसते आपल्याला थांबवायची. एखाद दिवशी एखाद्याचा खूनच होऊन जायचा आपल्यात. This is the rage. This is raging to show violent anger in action or speech. To be powerful, forceful, violent, uncontrolled. This is the very typical last stage of expressing the anger. So see, these are different 6 shades of the anger. So it is possible that a person can curse, hate, take revenge, become violent, abusive in a condition of rage. So 6 stages can be present in one person. If we'll combine above 6 rubrics, we'll get certain remedies, but none of the remedies coming under the delusion wrong has suffered has covers all 6. So if we mix together cursing, hatred, revenge, violence, abusive, and rage in Kent's repertory, you get only 2 remedies, anacardium and nitric acid. But things are different. Here, cause is not the delusion wrong has suffered. Anacardium is not there with delusion wrong has suffered. Nitric acid is not there in the delusion wrong has suffered. So anacardium, it is a state directly. It is a rest state because of the crooked mind. There is no need something should happen. The mind is paranoid. In that state, in a suspicious state, person can go to all 6 levels. He expresses the rage over there. Nitric acid is also very hatred. In fact, most hatred person, because unmoved by an apology, only single remedy. Hatred persons of unmoved by an apology. That is only one remedy is nitric acid. So these are the only two remedies when you combine together all those. See the Kent's repertory. The cursing, the hatred, malicious means revengeful, violent, vehement, abusive, rage, fury. Only two remedies comes, takes whole thing, but no remedy which covers all six rubrics from the delusion wrong as separate. So you have to understand cause and effect, then you get right remedy. If you get all those features without having a cause, then anacardium might be a remedy. Then nitric acid might be a remedy. But if the cause is very clear, then you have to use the cause and effect. And this is how we have to utilize. But if we combine delusion wrong has suffered individually along with each above mentioned expression, delusion wrong has suffered plus cursing swearing, only two remedies, hyoscyamus and lysine after repertorization. See, this is a combination, permutation and combination. See the state. The thought is I have suffered because of that. I'm cursing, swearing. I'm talking. I'm abusing. I'm talking something wrong with the other person. I have some and lysine. Only two remedies. If we combine delusion wrong has suffered with hatred or hatred revenge, lachesis is the remedy. Only remedy which comes over there. See, this is how we have to understand. Delusion wrong has suffered plus cursing plus hatred plus rage. You get lysine over there, which covers the four rubrics along with 5 marks. So lysine expresses that. See how we can differentiate. Rubric feeling is same, in reactions are different. And depends upon the reaction with the cause, you get a right remedy. The state of that person, in the state of disposition of that person, how he expresses his mind. Naja is the only remedy in this group which has no feeling of cursing, hatred, revenge, violence, abuse, and rage. Nothing is there in Naja. We think logically that Naja is the king of snakes. If snake remedy is angry, Naja might be too much angry. But Naja is not at all angry. All six rubrics, Naja is nowhere. So if you combine all those things with delusion wrong as support, you can get Naja for 0 marks. There is no Raja. You get hyoscyamus, where the four rubrics are covered along with delusion wrong has suffered, cursing, violence, abusive rage. Lysine, four rubrics, cursing, hatred, abusive rage. And like lachesis, 5 rubrics, hatred, revenge, violence, abusive, and rage. See, this is the way. What we feel looking toward that. We feel that Naja is not at all angry, hyoscyamus is more angry, lysine is too angry, and lachesis is most angry. But it is not so. Because we have to correlate these rubrics along with the state of that remedy. We have to correlate it with the rest of the features of the remedy, and then you will understand lysine is more stronger in anger than the lachesis. So we don't have to depend only on this cause and effect. We have to take into consideration the whole human being. Then it is possible to exactly understand. So see, delusion wrong has suffered. Why Naja never gets anger? We have seen over there because it covers all those rubrics. It is supported by these rubrics. There is self-depreciation. He feels himself depreciated. Timidity is there in Naja. Activity desire for Naja is there. Naja is sentimental. There is antagonism, the duality herself with, confidence loss of self, delusion wrong he has done, he feels, mental exertion incapacity for, fear misfortune of, quiet disposition, torpor, because of which the anger is not getting expressed in Naja. So number of rubrics are not covered by the rest of the remedies, lysine, hyoscyamus, lachesis, but this is what, because of which Naja never becomes angry. So therefore, no anger in the Naja. Now we'll turn toward the hyoscyamus. How and why hyoscyamus controls the anger? Because it is supported with these rubrics. There is quiet disposition alternating with rage. Single remedy hyoscyamus is there. Rage alternating with repose, single remedy. The anxiety concerns of conscientious. Someone is conscientious. He thinks prior doing anything. Confidence, want of self is more marked with Alzheimer's. Groping as if in dark. He's in a confused state. Timidity, bashful is another aspect of the Alzheimer's. Delusion, injury will receive. Alzheimer's is there. There is anxiety along with fear. He's cautious, and that's why he can control his anger. Even though he's angry, he talks or something, but he controls. So that's these number of rubrics which are here, they are not covered with lysine, nausea, and lachesis. And therefore, Alzheimer's is little angry as compared to these four remedies. Then the third one, lachesis. Why it is difficult for lachesis to control his anger? Because it is supported by the following rubrics. He is impulsive, he is quick to act, violence touch from, someone touches and he gets violent, insanity, anger form, malicious, spiteful, vindictive, anger violent, objective, reasonable. Objective reasonable means he thinks prior doing the things, egotism, frivolous. But along with that, last rubric which makes the lachesis to control anger in some way, and he controls at the last moment. That is the conscientious about repulse. He's conscientious regarding the thing, and that's why he's not he never goes into the insanity state as the lysine can go. This is very important. So correlate cause and effect along with the rest of the rubrics of the remedy so that you can understand the remedy very clearly. So number of rubrics are not covered by the rest of the remedies are Alzheimer's, nausea, and lysine. And therefore, much angry is the lachesis. And last and most important, why lysine goes to the rage and fury state. Absolutely mad state. How and why? Because it is supported by the following rubrics. Delusion attacks and insults, defends himself again. Single remedy, lysine. Cut, mutilate, desires to. He's so angry, he wants to kill someone and make it into small pieces. Attacks others, desire to. Biting, snapping, wildness. Kill, desire to, sudden impulse to throw a child out of the window. See how much rage he cannot control. He throws the child out of the window. That much madness is there. Impulse morbid, stab his flesh with the knife he holds to. There are the people who used to cut their, take the cuts on their body. They are in such a rage, fury state. That's why lysine is an uncontrollable anger. So number of rubrics are not there with the Alzheimer's, lachesis, and nausea. But this is very special for the lysine, and therefore highly angry is the lysine. See, this is how we have to understand. Then we can differentiate what remedy might be the patient's remedy. The feeling is same. Delusion, wrong as support is at its level, but expression varies. The state varies. And therefore, the degree or level of anger varies from medicine to medicine. Like nausea is zero angry, not angry at all. Alzheimer's is little angry. Laches is little but much more angry than that. And most highly angry is the lysine out of these four remedies. So we have started with delusion, wrong as support. The four remedies, these are four remedies, and we have understood the pathophysiology, the mental pathophysiology with the help of rubrics to understand the level of anger, and we can prescribe in such a manner. This is how you have to look into the repertory. With this aspect, when you look towards the repertory, you learn a lot. You understand the depth of the human core of the mind. So in this way, we can learn a lot with the help of single rubric, number of remedies, with its minute differentiation and different states as well as shades of the remedies. And once you understand these shades, then it becomes quite easy to understand the human being very easily. So you develop this habit of understanding the rubrics at a minute level, understand the reactions at a minute level, and then you can get lot of things. So this is the message which I want to share with all of you in today's session. Thank you being there. There are many practitioners who are there. Those who have not yet joined our YouTube channel, do subscribe our YouTube channel, the Divine School of Homoeopathy. It never costs anything. and be a life member of our Divine School of Homeopathy, just paying INR 500 either by GPay or PhonePe to my number and be a member. So that's all for today. Thanks a lot being there. If there are any queries, questions, we can have 5 minutes before that, before closing the session. If any question, we can discuss. So I will stop the sharing and we'll have a face-to-face chat. If anything is there, any query is there. So we'll meet with such types of sessions in future also.
Sir,
Huh?
I had a patient who was having rigid os, severely rigid os, even though she had undergone DNC and another LACS, and third time she came came at me to take MT pills, and the os was so rigid, just as nullipara or unmarried girl.
Hmm.
Pin, we can say that horse. Then I had given her colophyllum 200
Hmm.
and sepia 1 m single dose.
Hmm.
And then after giving her sepia, next day she told me that, Madam, I was having severe dysmenorrhea before marriage, and so I was so it was so painful that I used to sleep for 8 days. And those days she was a farmer. That's why her parents used to beat her. Why you are sleeping? Go and work. And everybody is having menses. This pain, you should bear the pain. But the pain was so unbearable that she was cursing herself that, oh God, why I am a girl? I should not have menses. These menses are so worrying for me, that my parents are beating me all the time. That she told me the history, that I was cursing my menses. And
Kirti, we have
what
1 minute with us. Only
what rubric should be there?
we
This
have only 1 minute.
sensation. Ha, sir. What rubric? This sensation.
It is not possible. Whatever you have told within 2 minutes, it is not possible to understand. If you want, you can write it down and send it to me so that we can discuss the things. Because if you're going to say all those things, then we have to listen everything. Then we can come to the rubrics.
Okay.
Hmm? So
Okay, sir.
if you have any query, just send it in written form.
Okay, sir.
So thank you being there, everyone, and we'll meet again whenever time permits. Most probably next Thursday or thereafter, and we'll have this series continuously. Thanks everyone being there.